G80 M3 is gone and we've replaced it with a BYD SEAL. I'm only joking, but we do have the BYD SEAL here for a long weekend, so we're going to take it on a trip and test its paces. We're going to head up to the Lake District in this thing. It's fully electric. Let's see how it copes and let's see what I think about the new BYD SEAL. Another BYD. Is it? Oh, wait. BYD gang. Okay, before we get into this, I just want to get the negatives out of the way about electric cars. I'm not against them, I'm not for them. Personally, I wouldn't have one, personally, just because of the amount of driving I do. But as a second car, I'd maybe consider one just to do like short journeys and stuff like that. Because range anxiety, I confirm, is a thing. And if you're doing motorway driving, it does not like motorway driving. We had 309 miles yesterday to do a 170-mile journey on the motorway. And by the time we got there, there was only about 50 miles left. So, that being said, electric cars don't suit me. Will they suit you? I don't know. If you've got a home charging point, whatever, it does take a lot of planning if you want to take one on a long journey. I will say that. Nevertheless, performance is good. It's quiet in the cabin and you're doing no damage to the environment. But I may be wrong because of all this mining batteries and all that crap. But yeah, it's good if it suits you. That's my verdict. But let's get onto the positives about this car when we get into the lakes. I'm telling you, out here is different. The air is different, the air quality. Being here is just making me wish I had either the E46 or the G80. But I must say, I've not put this thing in sport yet, but it's holding up really well. So let Grandad launch it. Oh my days. Look at this sheep. Is that some rare sheep? No, we're gonna get shot. This guy looks like a shooter, like tucked in at the back. So we're taking a BYD up to this little spot here. We're about 4 miles from where we want to go. Stop for some fresh air and talk about the car quickly and how it's handled the journey. BYD SEAL, what do I think? Before we set off, 310 miles in the battery port, and we've probably got about 60% left, and we've done just over 100 miles, I'd say, something like that, to get to the lakes. About 2.5 hours of driving. I must say, I like the driving capability of the car. Could be a little bit faster. I'm not sure if there is any faster models, but after being the Tesla Model 3 Performance, I'd say that is definitely a faster car. However, I think this looks better. Let's just come and take a look at this thing. It's got these lights that like bleed through the front bumper here and come round. Almost looks like, I mean, a shark kind of look at the front. And you've got these really nice wheels, which come standard actually. They're like a diamond cut wheel. This is the design version, so it's pretty much got everything on it. You've got the doors where the handles hide away when you do lock it. And if you come down to the side here, this little design here on the side skirt. So this is a 3.8S, meaning that it gets to 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. As you guys know, or if you don't know, I've got the G80 M3. Definitely different kind of power. This thing to 30 absolutely flies, but when you sort of go past 60, 70, the power is completely different. But this light bar at the back and the rear diffuser makes this thing look really, really sporty. I'm really, really happy how the thing drives. I've got the electric tailgate as well, which we've packed to the brim. So we're out here, we're gonna have a little picnic and stuff. So yeah, it just makes sense. Does it lock on here? Shut on here? Yes, shuts with the key as well. So you can't complain. But overall, I really, really like the car. As we're gonna take it to somewhere called Buttermere, which I think I've mentioned. And then we'll do maybe a driving video and I'll let you know how this thing is behind the wheel. Guys, just take a look at this. Like, I'm not being funny. One wrong move and you're gone. But this is like, I've not been anywhere like this before. I just need to get out. I need to touch grass more. Wow. This is nuts. This is what I'm talking about. Luke's getting the content, aren't you? You liking it, Grandad? Yeah. Eating away. So I pulled up to this destination here at the lake. I don't feel like I'm in England anymore. I feel like I'm somewhere in Switzerland or something. Yeah, I definitely need to come back here in the summer in like a convertible R8 or something. Yeah, BYD just looks so good. Like honestly, the looks on it are really up there. Like I see pictures and stuff like that. It did look nice. I was excited to get it, but in real life, I just think the lines on this car are just so good. From this angle, the way it just blends in with the scenery and then wheels, especially in this white. And remember, this is absolutely filthy right now. This thing's filthy and it still looks this good. These little details here on the back, I know it doesn't do anything, but aesthetically, it just looks so good. I'm gonna eat some food now and take in the scenery. And then when we get back in the car, we'll jump in and we'll go for a little drive. Before I jump in the car, I thought I'd show you guys the scenery, because if you guys wanted to come down here, as I said, it's called Bottomere. I see it on a video of Richard Hammond driving down. The way he drove up here, on the road he drove up here, we're actually going to drive back. If you're from a major city or anything like that, it's nice to come out here and explore from time to time. Lake is proper clear. Done your BTS video? Yeah. We're just filming some content on the BYD.
Granddad's gone missing.
So, got some cool videos, and we just filmed this actually. Yeah, that shot's gonna look crazy. Follow me on TikTok, Views of LB, if you want to take a look at that TikTok that we're going to be uploading. By the time this video is out, the TikTok will definitely be out anyway. Just quickly, what do you think of the BYD?
It's terrible.
Terrible?
Yeah.
You actually don't like it?
No, it's a good car. I'm just not a fan of electric cars.
Okay, so what do you like about it?
The build quality is good.
Yep.
It looks nice.
Yep.
And also, what else? The screen's kind of nice in it as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got a decent bit of speed behind it as well. So.
And what don't you like?
I just don't like electric cars. I'd rather have a G80 than a Build Your Dream or a Tesla or any other electric car.
Okay, but if you was in the market for one, would you recommend it?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, yeah?
Definitely. I'd even recommend it over the Teslas.
At what money?
I'd be happy paying like 20k, 22k.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the way the electric car market's going, you'll be picking one up for 20k fairly soon anyway. But how does this thing drive? I'll be very honest, the roads here are very single track, the route I've taken, so I've not really been able to test it from a performance standpoint. However, from an actual daily user standpoint, this thing is real good. It shocked me actually, other than, as I mentioned at the start of the video, the whole electric car saga and how I don't like it. As an actual car, range aside, anything like that, the car drives really, really well. It's got a few different driving modes: eco, normal, and sport. Normal and sport, there's not too much of normal and eco. Sorry, there's not too much of a difference, but sport, definitely, you can feel the difference. And again, as I said, with that 3.8 second 0 to 60, it's really good. Four-wheel drive, so you can feel all the wheels working in tandem with each other when you are driving the car. One thing I don't like is I think it's called an intelligent cruise control. It's ICC. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm not a fan of that. I think it's too gaugy compared to my G80 M3 or the Tesla Model 3 performance. That self-drive is definitely a lot better. However, the adaptive cruise control itself is good. It's just standard. Look, you can get that on your basic Golf. For the money, I think the car is good. They stack up really well on a finance. If you do actually want to get into one of these, then give me a message and we'll be able to sort you a deal out through BYD. Shout out to BYD Harwood, who actually lent this car to us as well. So big thank you to them, the guys over there. If I could summarize it, the car drives really good. It's a good dynamic drive. It's a good comfort drive, and the range is a lot better when you're not on the motorway, but I think that's just with electric cars in general. 310 miles on a full charge when I was coming up to the lakes down from Essex, London, and it wasn't the best on the motorway. But now I've been driving around here, the battery's actually been really good and I've not got any range anxiety at all. I'm confident that we'll be able to get back to a charging point with no problem whatsoever. Things I really don't like are the stuff I've mentioned, the ICC. We had some weird problem with the windows steaming up yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was it actually, to be fair. I didn't think we'd be able to.
Might have to insert a little,
we'll insert a little clip because it was just a bit weird. To do some Googling, apparently there's an update to stop it, but yeah, that wasn't too great. The thing's actually getting quite a bit of looks, and now I've actually been in one, we've noticed a few coming up here. About 3 or 4 we've seen, but that's always the case. When you start looking at a car or driving a car, you start to notice it a bit more. But yeah, thumbs up from me. So 7% left, 16 miles. This is our third attempt to find a charging station. So we found one. So you need to use a supercharger, so this adapter. Park as close as possible. Get that in. Hey. It's as simple as that. The hard bit is finding one, planning the journey. Say please wait. Then hopefully that starts charging, and we'll probably give it like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Go get a Greg's coffee.
How much is a full tank?
So it's saying hour and 2 minutes. Something like that.
How much is the full tank?
I don't actually know. I'll have to find out. I'll check the bank statements out. And whilst you're waiting for your car to charge, let's have a little coffee. Because what's the saying? What's the saying?
What's the saying? What
Yeah. About me watching my car charge.
If you got a kettle,
That's it.
We're watching Kettle Never Boils.
That's it.
a watching kettle
Oh,
never
Watching
boils.
kettle never boils.
Yep.
If you're watching the kettle, it never boils.
Never boils when you're watching Kettle.
So that's the
Check
freest
it
game.
out.
Yep.
That's the freest game that you're gonna receive.
Talks
this
with John.
month or this quarter.
Talks with John 101.
Or if somebody's on a bike and they're going slow,
Yeah.
right, should all of a sudden they're off the milking.
I know.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Yeah, because he's going slow, he could milk it. Get off of milking.
Let's end it there.
That's an old bar saying.
Just stick to the kettle one.
Yeah.
If you know what he said in the comments, let us know. Any more?
I don't know, can't think of them yet. No, they were the only ones I can think of.
The only ones.
But there must be more.
There must be more. If you guys can think of any sayings,
No, I'll have a look.
any sayings of when you're waiting for something to finish,
Oh, there must be loads.
let us know. That's life with a BYD SEAL in the lakes. He's still waffling on. See you next video.